Evie Pig just arrived, and these 8 bizarre things might completely change how you see her. Number 1. Evie Pig might actually be royalty. This sounds wild, but it's not just a joke. Evie Pig might seriously be Peppa Pig's future queen. Her birth was anything but normal. She didn't just pop up at home like most characters. Instead, she was born at St. Mary's Hospital in London, the exact same hospital where real-life royal babies are born. That already feels like the show is hinting at something way bigger than we thought. But it gets weirder. Her birth was announced by an actual town crier, complete with a red coat and bell. And he didn't just say, "It's a girl." He ended the whole thing with, "Long live Evie." That's not something you say for just any baby. That's what you say when a queen is born. Also, fans once thought the baby would be named Peggy, a nickname for Queen Elizabeth's sister Margaret. So this royal angle isn't coming out of nowhere. Peppa's world already has a queen, sure, but she has no heirs. What if the show just quietly introduced her replacement? Maybe that's why Evie's being treated like someone so special already, because she might grow up to be the queen of the Peppa universe. It's Peppa Pig, not Game of Thrones. But now, we're not so sure. And now, your golden nugget of wisdom from Peppa Pig. You don't need a crown to treat people with kindness. Even if Evie grows up to be the queen of Peppa's world, what really matters is how she treats the people around her. Respect, love, and kindness. That's what makes someone truly royal. Now it's your turn. What do you think makes someone feel like royalty? Is it power? Or how they treat others? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading them all. Alright, let's get back to the next strange thing you might have missed about baby Evie. Number 2, the heart on her cheek means something. There's something different about Evie, and it's right there on her face. If you've seen enough episodes, you'll notice a pattern. Peppa, George, and even their parents all have simple red circles on their cheeks. They're like cartoon birthmarks or design stamps. But Evie doesn't follow the family tradition. She has a heart-shaped mark instead. That's not a random choice. It's basically the animators shouting, "Hey, this baby is different," without actually saying it. Now, if you really think about it, heart usually stands for love, empathy, softness. All the things that Peppa and George don't always show, especially when they're busy arguing about puddles or dinosaurs. So maybe this little symbol is a clue. Evie could be the calm one, the peacemaker of the group, the sibling who hugs instead of shouts, who shares instead of snorts. This might be the show's way of telling us she's going to grow into the emotional core of the pig family. Or maybe she's just there to make the others look bad by being adorable all the time. Either way, it's working. Number 3. Evie's future toy isn't what you'd expect. Every main character in Peppa Pig seems to have one loyal toy or animal they're obsessed with. For George, it's dinosaurs. He talks about them like they're real. Peppa has her teddy bear, which she treats like it's her own child. But Evie is already showing signs of going a totally different direction. On her tiny baby bib, there's a duck. Even her official logo features a duck. That's not an accident. It's pretty clear this little piglet is going to grow up duck-obsessed. And not just "I like ducks" obsessed. We're talking George level. Bring it everywhere. Melt down if it's lost obsession. A duck plush is probably already waiting for her in the nursery. And let's be honest, a duck is kind of the perfect animal for her. It's cute, loud, waddles weirdly, and loves puddles. Sound familiar? There's even a chance we'll get a full-on rivalry. George and his dino versus Evie and her duck. Imagine the chaos. Squeaky duck battles, prehistoric roar. The show better prepare for that drama, because once this duck gets involved, things are going to get seriously quacky. Number 4. Her weight and height are measured in emotions and fruit. Only in Peppa Pig's world could a baby's measurements sound like a grocery list mixed with a love letter. Instead of giving us normal numbers, the show announced that Evie is 4 apples tall and weighs 8 bundles of affection. That's it. No centimeters, no kilos, just fruit and feelings. At first, this sounds like nonsense, but if you really think about it, it kind of makes sense in the Peppa universe. An average apple is about 10 centimeters tall. Stack 4 of them and you've got roughly 40 centimeters, which is the perfect size for a newborn. Okay, fair. But what on earth is a bundle of affection supposed to weigh? Let's assume affection feels like a teddy bear, because why not? If one teddy weighs half a kilo, then Evie comes in at around 4 kilograms. Again, exactly what you'd expect from a healthy baby. Somehow, this surreal baby math actually checks out. Only Peppa Pig could turn something as boring as height and weight into a weird, emotional riddle, but that's what makes it great. Number 5. Evie's colors are hiding a secret. And now, Evie's been introduced in a light green outfit with a yellow bow stuck to her head like a warning sign. On the surface, this just seems cute, but if you've been paying attention, these colors are doing a lot more than just making her match the furniture. That green jump jumpsuit is definitely a part of a pattern. Every main piglet has a signature color from babyhood that sticks with them as they grow. So, chances are, green is going to be her thing forever. But then, there's the yellow bow. That's where things get weird. The bow matches her duck-themed bib and logo. It's bright, sunny, and totally different from the calm green she wears. And it might mean something. Maybe she'll outgrow the bow. Or maybe she's meant to stand out, half calm, half chaos. Or maybe, just maybe, the animators are leaving us clues about who she'll grow up to be. Either way, she's the best-dressed baby this show has ever seen. Number 6. Her name, Evie, has a biblical and poetic meaning. Evie might be the youngest member of the pig family, but her name carries more meaning than most people realize. While Peppa and George have short, playful names that match their bubbly personalities, Evie's name has an unexpected weight to it. According to the show, she was named after Mummy Pig's aunt, which is already a touching family tribute. But what makes it even more interesting is the meaning behind the name itself. Evie is a variation of Eve, a name with deep roots in history and religion. In the Bible, Eve was the first woman ever created, and the name means life. That's a powerful symbol for a character who has just entered the world. This isn't just about introducing a baby. It feels like the show is marking the beginning of something entirely new. Evie could become the one who brings change, curiosity, and emotional depth to the series. Her name suggests she's more than just a younger sibling. She might be the start of a new era in Peppa's universe, one that's full of growth, love, and maybe a little mischief too. Number 7. Her birthday is historically and religiously significant. Most people probably saw May 20th as just another day when Evie Pig was born, but if you look into it, this date is weirdly packed with meaning. First of all, May 20th, 2025 landed on Ascension Day, a major event in Christianity where Jesus is said to have risen back to heaven. That alone would make the date feel kind of holy. But then you add the fact that this is also the same day, over 400 years ago, when Shakespeare first published his sonnets. Yes, that Shakespeare, the one people quote when they want to sound smart and emotional at the same time. So now, we've got one piglet born on a day tied to both religion and classic poetry. That's a lot of pressure for someone who can't even talk yet. Maybe this is the show's way of telling us she's going to grow into something special, someone creative, thoughtful, or even a little dramatic. It's hard not to feel like the writers chose that date on purpose. After all, nobody else in the show has a birthday with this much historic flair. Number 8. The stars say Evie's going to be the chillest pig yet. Evie Pig was born on May 20th, which means her zodiac sign is Taurus. That might not sound like a big deal, but in Peppa Pig's world, where time barely moves and pigs wear hats to the moon, every little clue counts. Tauruses are known for being calm, steady, and loyal. They're the kind of people, or in this case, piglets, who don't freak out when someone eats their cookie. Instead, they just get another cookie. This actually lines up perfectly with how Evie is already being shown. She feels like the kind of baby who will nap through chaos, hug her siblings when they're arguing, and somehow make everyone behave just by blinking. But here's the twist. Tauruses are also famous for loving food, like really loving food. So Evie might turn out to be the only character who can outsnack Daddy Pig. She might grow into the peacekeeper of the family, but don't be surprised if her main motivation is lunch. The stars seem to agree. Evie is going to be both lovable and unstoppable, especially at the dinner table. So whether she's the duck-loving peacemaker or the next queen of the piggy kingdom, one thing's for sure. Evie Pig isn't just Peppa's baby sister. She's a whole new chapter. But here's the real question. Could she actually become the new face of the show? Will Peppa always be the star? Or is Evie quietly taking the spotlight? Drop your theory below and tap that like button if you caught even one detail you'd never noticed before.